shit. My bad, Muhammad. What's good, my brother? Um, why did you do you? I'm in a trader now. 15 pips up. Got you. Let's see. Um, yeah, I already did EU, but we could do it again. EU obviously, EU already moved early, right? So for us right now to get another entry would be just for to wait for a breakup, right? To continue. Um, but yeah, no, it's a good trade. It's a good trade. You have 2 days of drop. Today being the third day, gave you the third day low, right? Right here with this push, it gave us another low. Swept it, then started going up. Right? You just follow structure. Just make sure you're always following structure. Right? You have lower low, lower high, lower low. Right? So, again, where would price your first TP should be here, right? Whatever you want your first TP to be, whether it's partials, whether you close full, your first TP should be there, right? Then after this, once price gets here, if you see that price is just continuing to accelerate and it pushes up to continue to push to the top side, then you're good, right? Just take a look at STP, right? TP is 32 for the day, right? We're at 27, so 32 is just right above the zone. So up to you how you want to play that. Not a bad trade though. First TP is STP, yeah. Just remember it's whichever comes first, right? Let's say like just to give you the example, your STP is up here, right? 'Cause it's 32 pips, right? But what comes before STP? A break of structure. So STP doesn't have to be hit today. At the top, obviously it doesn't have to be hit because price is still following lower low, lower high, lower low. Could price up here turn around and go down and do 32 pips at the bottom? It could, right? But it's the same way it could just continue to break above. But what would come easier would be a rejection to go down because that's still following structure, right? So again, at this case, this would be the same situation as like a third day rise, right? And I'll give you that example. You're trading, or let's do the example of a third day drop just because it's right here, right? Let For example reasons, I'm not gonna go to another pair. We'll just do it here, right? Let's say you're trading EU, and let's say you're trading EU for a third day of drop, right? So let's build it out like this, right? We'll just draw it out on the chart too, right? You have the first day of drop, second day of drop, right? On the third day, right? Let's say you got a pullback, boom, you enter, and then the third day drop was hit, right? Me personally, I'm not waiting for STP if STP is down here. What I'm waiting for is just for the third day, and I'm getting out at the third day low, and that's it. And then I'm waiting for price to do whatever. Why? Because at the third day low, exactly what's happening here on EU, it could give you that new low, and then it could start pushing away, right? So it's the same rules now, just looking at it from the break of structure point of view, right? You got in on the trade going long, cool. Where did you get in going long? You still see prices making lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, right? So the first thing is first, you got in on a lower low going into a lower high, right? So to check the box, right? You got in on a lower low going into a lower high, perfect. Did we break structure above the zone before we got in? No. So we still don't have a confirmation whether or not price is going to go up or price is going to go down. The same thing going short. On the lower low, we didn't do a break of structure, we just tested it, and then we started pushing away, right? So before STP is hit, the first thing that has to happen is that break of structure, right? And if we even notice it, today's structure, right? All of these candles still testing the highs, except for this one, right? So this next candle is going to be the confirmation of the break of structure of this zone here. Needs a 1 hour engulfing. Let's see. Perfect. You have red, red, green, both red candles, bottom and top wick. Green candle went to the top side, right? Your retest of the zone was this red candle with the 4 a.m. That's the entry. Yeah, that's perfect. Perfect trade. Get in here. Stop losses here. TP here. That would be the position for the day. Once you, and this was a perfect entry too, even on the 30-minute, right? When you look at the 30-minute entry, just because of that sweep. I know it's gonna push away when I swept. Yeah, exactly. Always does. Anytime you see that sweep, anytime you see that wick, if you don't get in on the aggressive entry where you get in right when it taps in and you wait for the candle closure, once you see that candle closure, you know you could get in. Swept the lows, went back above, closed up, then started going in profit. That was perfect. Good job. Rinse and repeat, man. Well, and then for Friday, I know you weren't here, so I'll go over it as well. Right, the trades for Friday were given pretty late, but they were beautiful. Right, same thing. US 30. You had a 1 hour engulfing. You had the 30-minute same entry as EU today, just going short. Went up, tested it. That was the entry. And then for Bitcoin too, same entry. You had a 30-minute and a 1 hour engulfing. Price went up, tested it, then went down. Same entry for today for EU, the 1 hour engulfing. Right. So you see how all these entries are just rinse and repeat. You look for the same thing on every single pair, and it pays out. And the only pairs that are left that hasn't hit ADR or STP yet, CHF US 30, gold, and Bitcoin. CHF is just moving sideways. US 30 is just moving sideways as well. Right. If this gives us a green engulfing now, it wouldn't be a strong green engulfing because this was this red candle with the huge bottom wick. But we'll see how it acts. Gold is just still consolidating in the middle. We still have lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high to where we're at now. Rejected the lows, rejected the highs. We're just in the middle, so still gotta wait it out on gold. No confirmation of where price wants to go. And then Bitcoin had 2 days of rise on the third day. Today gave the third day high, and then started going away. So this is also another one that at this point, right, we rejected the highs, and none of these are clean break of structures. None of these candles are a break of structure. So we rejected the highs, and the lows are still haven't been tapped into. Looking to trade these lows here. GJ, all of those pairs already hit TP, STP for the day. Just simple, right? Was consolidating all day. Broke, retested. This was what, 5 in the morning, 5:30, and then straight into profit. Yep, opportunity here at 5 in the morning. It was just a simple consolidation, break, retest of consolidation to continue to push to the top side. And this is another one where we had 2 days of drop. Today being the third day gave us that wick, then started pushing up to the top side. Didn't retest the 15-minute engulfing. Wasn't enough for me to enter. Wanted to retest the engulfing. On GJ? Wait, if you're saying this one, now this wouldn't be a valid engulfing. First red candle didn't close below the wick here, so it's not a strong engulfing. The entry for this one was just a simple just consolidation to break, retest the consolidation to then continue the push. Repeat that with the candle closure. The first, that second red candle didn't close below the first wick. The candle closure. Right, so same rules as for a break of structure. Remember, a break of structure is only valid, right? None of these candles are break of structures until we get a candle closure above the first wick. Right, so we didn't get a break of structure of GJ until this green candle broke above. Right, we got the retest of that zone, which was right here. Right, it went a little bit under it to then go up. Right, so the entry for GJ was that break of structure. Once we got the break of structure, which was this green candle, it went down. Now for the engulfing, right, same thing. You have a red, red, green, which is valid, right? You're looking for that red, red, green, but what you're looking for that second candle to close below that red wick, and then the green candle to do the same thing for it to close above. Right, so then that's why you didn't get this retest, because it wasn't that engulfing candle. Appreciate it, man. Thank you, of course, no problem, my brother. Turn off CHFJPY. Peak high territory still. I'm gonna let this rock. If we get a continuation, then I'll look for a trade. Drop, 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 rise, and then there was a known that. Actually, I don't think I even updated my 4-hour chart. TP hit on EU, that's perfect. They just skyrocketed up to the top, broke the zone. Yeah. Oh, not yet. Those are at top of the zone. It's good. Yeah, EU moved really nice. Let me update my 4-hour chart real quick. I don't think I did this. Actually, I think I completely forgot to do this last night. So we have 2 weeks of counter of drop on AU. That's good. Okay. Third week this week. Candle open gave us a new week low. CHFJPY, we have a week of known that. EA, we have known that. EU, we have 2 weeks of drop, counter drop. GJ, we have 2 weeks of rise. Perfect. This week being the third week. So these GJ trades, bam. These GJ trades from the bottom are gonna be great. Should mark that up on the chart. G, we have a week of drop, 2 weeks counter drop. This is for Sunday 17th. 2 weeks of counter drop. US 30, we have a week of rise, no continuation. USD CAD, we have 2 weeks of rise. This week being the third week, price already gave us that new high and then started pushing down. gold, we have week of rise as well, no continuations. And then Bitcoin, we have a week of drop. Okay. So the only pair that has a continuation is GJ to the top. So that's good to know for the rest of the week. So now let's look at these pairs again. We know that US 30 still has these gaps at the bottom. Right, currently we just have a change of character. Right, no BOS, price is still just trending, right, lower low. Could we say this is going to be the BOS? We can, right, but we could still see that price is still testing these lows. So until we don't get a clean break of structure of these zones, we can't be looking for trades yet. We need a clean and clear break of structure. This candle's testing, then the next candle went right back to the top. So we still gotta wait. Gold is just in the middle of the zone. We have lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. To where we're at now, we're just in the middle. Right? We created this higher low, rejected the lows to go to the top. So right now we know that we're trading between these lows and the previous lower high up here. Again, why am I looking at this high and not this high? We have this break, which gave us this high and this low. This low broke, which gave us this high and this low. Right? So we know that we're trading between lower low and lower high. Right? So then, oh, why am I looking for price to break these lows? Well, if price breaks these lows here, then we know price is going to go down to here. And then this is where our TP is going to be at. And if price breaks below here to continue, then we know price is going to go here. Right? Or once price gets down here, we know price is going to want to turn back around and go up. Is the same thing going long, right? If I were to take a trade here, right, TP would be at the top, and I'd wait for price to either break above to continue, or this is where price is going to consolidate and go down again. So that's what we're waiting for. And then Bitcoin, I'm looking for a 1 hour engulfing. We have a red, green. It looks like we're gonna get a 48 minutes. I don't like this red, the first red candle, because it has a top wick and a bottom wick that are pretty significant. So in the 30-minute, the first red candle has a wick. Second green candle didn't close below, so this wouldn't be considered an engulfing, not a valid engulfing. Still gotta wait it out, see what price wants to do. Oh yeah, 2 days of rise already gave us a third. Could it start pushing down now? It can. Notice how price didn't even reach the bottom of the zone here. It went to the middle, stopped in the middle, right? Faking everybody out. Why? Because right now it's creating a double bottom. Right? So everybody who's trading this as a double bottom, we'll see how it works out. In the middle of a zone. That's pretty much it. This is only the last 3 pairs we have for the day: gold, Bitcoin, and US 30. We just gotta be patient, wait it out. As we saw, right, we had really nice trades. We had really nice trades earlier in the morning, so, and there's no news today, so that was good. Yo, I woke up last night. It was like maybe like 2 a.m. I was so hungry. I was like, I started going through yeah, I was so hungry. I opened up Uber Eats and I'm like, yo, what can I get to eat? I didn't end up getting anything. I just went back to sleep. That's funny that I did that. Like, bro, what am I doing at this time on Uber Eats? What happened yesterday? I just got super busy, man. I ended up getting home at like 5 o'clock. I was tired. I was like, fuck that. Ugh. Regarding the session, yeah. I got home late, later than I thought I was gonna get home. So I just didn't do it. Like I didn't even update my charts completely. Before I went to bed, I just opened up the 30 minute. I updated just the 30 minute. I completely forgot to do like the 4 hour and all that. That's why I just did it now. But tonight, what I'll do for the Asia session, for the isolation session, I'm gonna go over the 4 hour. I'm gonna do everything that we should have done yesterday. I'm gonna do it today too. So today's session should be. I'm not gonna make it too long because I know it's late, but it'll be like 30. It'll be like 45 minutes to 1 hour. But I'll do that tonight too. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. So see, why isn't this a strong engulfing candle? There's two reasons. That, oh, but the second candle closed below the wick, right? That'd be right. Right, but there's two things here. The number one thing is how big the wick is from the second red candle, right? At one point, this was a strong red candle that was down, and then it closed up, and it closed as a small body, big wick, right? So that's a confirmation that this is an exhaustion candle, right? The second thing is the green candle. Yes, it's an engulfing. What's it missing? A top wick. So this is where it gets tricky, right? It doesn't get tricky because we understand our rules, right? We know what candlesticks we want to look for. We understand what's real, what's not, right? So it doesn't get tricky because we understand the rules. Now, it gets tricky if you don't know the rules, right? If you're just looking at every single engulfing candle and you don't know the rules and what makes a real and what makes a fake engulfing candle, right? That's where it gets, tricky. The same thing here, right? There's a green, green, red. Green candle closed above the first wick. Red candle closed above the candle closure, right? Why isn't this an engulfing red candle, right? Not only because of where we're at in the pattern in a lower low, right? In a lower low, we don't want to get in on a trade where if you're trading lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and you're going short, right? Are you getting in on a lower low? Are you getting in on a short at the lower low, or are you getting in on a short on the lower high? Right? It's the same thing here. So again, if you don't know the rules, then it's tricky, right? But if you know your rules, it doesn't get tricky. It's the same thing again. It's the same example as a shoulder head shoulder or a double bottom, double top, right? For a double top, which is a M, right? The M formation. Do you want to see an M formation in peak high, in peak low, or in the middle of the zone, right? And which double top are you gonna enter? The one in peak high, the one in peak low, or the one in the middle? The same thing for a double bottom, right? When you're looking for a double bottom, do you want to see a double bottom at the low of the zone, in the middle of the zone, or at the top of the zone, right? And which one are you gonna enter in? Is the same thing, right? Now, I see a double bottom. It doesn't mean I'm getting in at every single double bottom. That's where trading becomes a probabilities game. That's where trading becomes gambling, right? If you Same thing as like you know, what other example, right? A flag post pattern, right? A flag post pattern in an uptrend. You don't want to see a flag post pattern in an uptrend in peak high. You want to see a flag post pattern either at the bottom or for a continuation, right? Never at the top, unless you're looking for a descending flag post pattern. Descending flag post pattern, you want to see that at the top of the zone, not at the bottom, right? Shoulder head shoulder pattern, right? When you're looking at this shoulder head shoulder pattern, you want to see this in peak high territory, not at the bottom. At the bottom of the zone, you want to see this shoulder head shoulder pattern, not at the top. So it just, every rule has its rule. Every single strategy has its rules that you have to follow, right? And if you don't know those rules, that's where it gets tricky. That's where you're into those trades that you start losing. Te quiero mucho. Where you're losing trades and you're just getting out on every single entry because, oh, it's an engulfing, or oh, this happened, right? Same thing with a break of structure, right? This isn't a break of structure. Just because the candle went below the zone does not mean it's a break of structure, right? It's still touching the zone, it's still testing. None of these are given a confirmation that price is going to go down. So we still got to wait it out. Gold is rejecting those highs. Bitcoin is still in the middle, so still gotta wait it out. There's no news today, so we're just gonna be waiting for NYC open to hit. Once NYC opens hit, that's when I'm pretty sure when price is gonna start moving. So we just gotta be patient for today. Ayer me toqué, no sé nada de ti. It's an early morning today. Just feel tired, and I don't know why. Well, I have been damn. This week I did start feeling like I was gonna get sick. By like a Thursday, I woke up and I'm like, oh, here we go. I was sneezing, had nose was stuffy. Last night I felt the same way. And then I woke up this morning, felt the same way, but then throughout the day I get better. It's just in the morning. Time's 8:37. I'll be right back, guys. Give me like 5 minutes. I'll be right back. My bad, I'm back. Had to So let's take a step back, right? So now we know why this engulfing candle on Bitcoin is invalid, right? We have in 13 minutes another hour engulfing candle, but again, I wouldn't consider this a strong engulfing candle because of the wicks on the first red, right? So we'll see how this plays out. Either way, this isn't a trade I'm going to be taking, right? There's two other reasons. Reason number one, 2 days of rise. Today I'm only looking for a third day high, right? A 372. Was a third day already given? Yes, right? The second reason why I'm not looking to trade this right now. Where are we? We're in the middle of the zone, middle of the daily high and the daily low, right? So right now there's a lot of confirmations as to why we're gonna go up. Oh, we're trending up, right? High, but again, let's look at all our rules combined, right? We have higher high, higher low, higher high, right? We understand not every single time we're gonna get a pullback. Why? Because there's two phases in the market, right? Trending, right, and consolidation, right? We could either get a trending pullback or we're gonna get a consolidation. Works the same way, right? When you give a pullback, is to collect contracts for the people who don't know what both phases of the markets are, right? And then consolidation is again same thing, collecting contracts, making everybody believe that, oh yeah, we're gonna go up, and in reality we go down. And then when we go down, we tell people, yeah, we're gonna go up, and then it does vice versa, right? And it just consolidates, collecting contracts. So we understand that we are in consolidation. And where are we in this consolidation? In the middle of that zone, right? So at this point, I'm waiting for two things to happen. I'm either going to wait for price to break below these lows so that we can continue this downtrend, right? To do what? To cover the imbalance, to give us a lower low, right? Once we cover the imbalance, once we got a lower low, our first point of interest is going to be this low. Why? Because this was the last red candle that made the push, right? And internal structure, we could see higher high, higher low, higher high, right? So this is going to be our first point of interest, right? So where price is going to either consolidate and we're going to go back up, or price is going to break to go into these lows, which is the last higher high, higher low into this zone, right? So we have a lot of waiting to do, right? Point is right now at this moment where price stands, to not give you guys, information overload. I just hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, I'll go over it again. We just want to see what price is doing right now. And right now, where we're at in the market is not the best place to look for a trade. And again, the reasons why is because the market is giving everybody, they're giving both traders, they're giving them their signals. If you're going short, they're giving you those signals by rejecting the highs. If you're going long here in the 30-minute time frame, again, you could see you're still in higher high, higher low. You could see a double bottom that's being formed right now. You have a fake engulfing candle in the 30-minute time frame, right? If you go to the 1 hour, you have another 1 hour engulfing. We have 10 minutes to see if it closes, right? So there is a lot of rules that we have to follow, right? So right now we're just gonna turn this one off. We'll come back to it later. Right, gold is at the top of the zone, so we're still waiting. If price rejects these highs, then we're going to be looking for something like this. If the highs are rejected again, right, and we're still trending lower low, lower high, lower low, right, to where we're at now, waiting for a lower high to be made. If this lower high is set and we have a confirmation of the lower time frame, that price is giving us a change of character and a break of structure, then we'll continue the downtrend going down. But if price breaks above these highs, then we already know price is going to want to continue to go up, cover the imbalances that are here on the left hand side, right? 30-minute time frame overall, we're still trading lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, right? So this could just be the pullback into the lower high, right? Again, I hope this is making sense. This lower high, right? It broke here, The last red candle, the last pushes were down here. You can see that we got the pullback. Could this be the lower high for price to continue to the top? It could be. This is why you have to understand both sides of the game. If you could see how the market is trending, you will avoid getting into losses. Right? And I hope this makes sense. Again, we're still in the lower low, lower high, right? Lower low, lower high. Waiting to see if this is going to continue that push or if we're going to go up. I'm publishing a text. Okay. So internal, we can see how price, we're still in that lower low, waiting to see if price is going to break above. If we break above, then we'll continue to see price go up. Want to go back? I'm gonna turn this one on just so we can see that 1 hour and how that how it closes. Will be interesting to see that. And then US 30, we're just still consolidating, guys. We're still, these lows at the bottom still are not, again, they're not clean break of structures. They're testing the zone, so we still don't have a clean BOS of either the top or the bottom. Same thing happened here. These highs were never broken. They were just tested, and then price went right back down. And the engulfing candle, same thing, right? The green candle, we went over this already, but I'll go over it again. Green candle doesn't have a top wick. The red candle did close below the first, but it left with a strong bottom wick, right? So that the exhaustion candle, right? Because the red candle was an exhaustion candle, it doesn't qualify as a break. But again, the solid confirmation too is this green candle. The green candle doesn't have a top wick, so it's not a valid engulfing. Right? The same thing here, right? This green candle, these are what people would call fair value gaps, right? And imbalances, right? In the internal time frame, right? Would be these long green candles or long red candles that don't have bottom wick or top wicks. So we'll just have to wait. 9:30 will be, it's gonna be interesting for this. We'll see how price reacts to this during NYC Open. And gold is just at the top, so this is the one I'm gonna keep a close eye on. Just want to see the lower time frames. Do we have anything that I missed? Any engulfing candles in the 15-minute time frame? Right, nothing that I could see. And then in the 5-minute, we are trading between lower low, lower high, lower low, right? Like what I was saying in the 30-minute time frame. So this is where price, you know, a lot of traders could see this as a triple top as well, right? If you're in the 5-minute time frame, right? This is why I don't trade, right? You don't see us really breaking trades down in the lower time frame, because if we're trading this in the lower time frame, we could see, oh shit, like, you know, this will look like a triple top for price to go back down, right? But again, understanding that we're still lower low, lower high, lower low, and this is where price has been rejected, right? Could be looking at that. So what I'm looking for is an engulfing candle to give me another confirmation. Then the 1-minute, I'm not going to be looking for that, but I'm going to be seeing structure as well in the 1-minute. Is very important. We got higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, change of character, lower low. Then price shot up, give us another higher high, change of character, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, change of character, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high, change of character, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low, change of character, right? Then price went back up again, higher high, change of character, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So in the 1 minute, we're still trending to the top. The lows that we need to see be broken are these to give us the change of character to go down. This is the 1 minute BOS. These highs. Still no engulfing candles, so we'll let this be. But at least we have everything marked up. Got 2 minutes. We'll see how price reacts. How's USD CAD trending? I know USD CAD had 2 days of rise, gave us a third day, right? This is the example that I was giving you earlier on EU, right? We have 2 days of rise on USD CAD, right? Where would the entry have been if price would have never given us the new high before it gave us a pullback, right? We would have just been seeing our entry, right? If price would have just given us the high, went down, given us the pullback, we would have got in on this trade here to go up. To get out, this would have been our TP for then price to continue to go down. And that's what it did. It just did it early, right? As soon as price opened, it gave us a small pullback. It gave us the third day of high, right? The third day rise. Then it just spiked back down. And now we're making lower low, lower high, lower low, right? And we understand that we have an internal, right? The imbalance, right? Internal structure, we still have lower low, lower high, lower low, right? So price could pull back to here and then go up, right? So that's what we're waiting for. Or, like I said, right, we know we're in 2 phases in the market, trending and consolidating. And right now we're not really trending, we're consolidating within the zone, right? So we'll see. USD CAD is going to be interesting too. And it's in the middle of the zone, right? We're in the middle of the higher high, higher low, higher high. Right now we got to wait for the market to make its mind up, right? Are we going to retest? Are we just retesting this zone for price to go up, right? Because this is the breakup structure retest. Or is price gonna be playing the internal structure again, which is just lower low, lower high, and we're waiting for price to just keep pushing down and give us another lower low? We're waiting to see what price wants to do. The famous quote, right? When they move, we move. When they give us that opportunity, as soon as they open the bus doors, we start moving when they move. We get in on the opportunity, and we get out at the next opportunity. Right? We regroup, we wait at the bus stop, and we do it again. Rinse and repeat. A bus could show up, could be a full bus. They have no space for you. You gotta wait for the next one, right? Or the one that shows up has a missing tire, popped wheel or something. I'm not getting in that bus. What a crazy analogy, huh? But it makes sense. Right. Let's look at that. Look at that 1 hour candle. Right on Bitcoin. Did we close above? We closed close to it. Right, very close. So again, it's not a strong engulfing green candle. Right, and again, for the people who don't know the rules, they would say, oh, but it closed above, right? Or what I was saying earlier, oh, but the red candle, right? The red candles, even though again the exhaustion candle is the first red candle, which is what doesn't make it a strong red candle, right? The same thing with this green candle. The fact that it closed right on the zone is, if it would have closed above, yeah, would have been different, right? Would have seen a little bit different. So not a strong engulfing, right? And then again in the 30-minute, that red candle didn't close below the wick, so it's not a strong engulfing candle either. But let's see how price is moving for these other pairs. We'll turn Bitcoin off now and we'll focus on just US 30 and gold. So let me open up another tab. 30 on this one. Right, and because it's just a wick, I don't want to see a wick as a break of structure. I want to see a full, candle closure BOS for have a confirmation, um, or to have a confirmation. Right, because we had this candle break here, which then gave us this low, whichever low here. These lows broke here. Right, that was a change of character. Right, change of character. Waiting for a clean break of structure. We're trading between this low and this high. And on US 30, looking for the gaps in the market are very important as well. So we're going to be looking for gaps up here from the top to the bottom of the zone. So at the top of the zone, we had a gap here. Price went up, filled it, went down, gave us a gap here. Price went down, gave us a gap. Price went up, gave us a gap. Price went down, filled it, gap, filled it, gap here, went back up, filled it. So where we're at now, perfect. So then at the bottom of the zone, price opened here with a gap, it went down and filled it, here, went down, filled it, here, went up. Then we're good here at the bottom. Okay. Then we have, the one for last week. Do we have any more at the top for today? Double check. Okay, perfect. All of these are strong candles. That's what these gaps mean. Perfect. On the retest, as soon as it retest, that was such a beautiful entry. Oh my, that gave me goosebumps just looking at it again. Oh man, that was such a good entry. Okay. Yeah, so that entire push was a strong push. So right now we're just waiting for the confirmation. Right, where would price want to go back up? It would want to go back up to the top of the zone. That we could see now in the 30-minute time frame. We could see why. Right, why would price want to make this push to the top side? Is to cover this gap to then make a decision on whether or not it's going to break above the zone. Right, if price breaks above the zone, then we know we're going to get price to go up. Right, or this is where price is going to reject and we could catch these trades going short. Right, and that would be ideal. That's what we want to start seeing on US 30. We want to start seeing this turnaround. Right, we already know, just like gold right now, US 30 is not following a set market makers pattern. Right, at one point we were, and then completely rejected, and we continue to go up. Right, which is fine. We're still following the same rules. Right, we already have multiple months of rise. We're already at the top of the zone. Right, we're at the top of a daily zone. We're at the top of a 4-hour zone. Right, but we can still see price is still making higher highs and higher lows. So at this point, could we just be trading the pullback of to cover just these imbalances to make another higher low to go into a higher high? It could be. Right, what do we also know about clean structure? The way we're pushing up, this could be a flag post pattern. Right, but we already know this is invalid flag post because it would be a pullback would be between 23.6 and 32, whatever the other number is, 38.2, right? And we can see we already rejected 23.6 and we're reaching the 38.2 now. So still gotta wait a little longer. And we have a week of rise, right? Confirm that? Yeah, we have 1 week of rise. So let's see, right? If prices still just pull back, if we're still in the internal pullback, 30-minute time frame, we just have a change of character. We do not have a break of structure yet. So that break of structure is what's going to give us the confirmation that price has turned around and we're going to start going down. But again, if not, we know that these pullbacks are just to cover these imbalances, right? And our first point of interest that we want to keep an eye on is going to be these highs here, right? Because this was the last break of structure that made the push to the top side. So the pullback that we're going to see price pull back down to is going to be to these highs. This is where we're going to have to start looking for price to either break below to continue, or this is where price is going to reject and continue the push to the top side. Again, for right now, this is what we're waiting for. So we're gonna keep this in the 5-minute time frame just because structure looks cleaner, right? I feel like in the 5-minute time frame, if you can't see it externally, right, in a higher time frame, it's gonna be more difficult to see it. But I feel like on a pair so big like US30, it's easier to see the candlesticks in a lower time frame than it is in the 30-minute, because the candles are just really big on the 30-minute time frame, right? So we'll keep US30 here in the 5-minute, and then gold we'll keep it here in the 30. We're still consolidating, right? Internal structure, we know that, we're still trading between higher high, higher low, and higher high right now, and price is just in the middle of that zone. So if by 9:30 price is just continuing here in the middle, we can't really take any trades, right? Because price is just in the middle. We have no clean direction of where price wants to go. And again, we know that right now we're in the higher high section of a trade. So again, if you're trading, right, you're trading a trend, you have higher highs and higher lows, where do you want to enter going long? Do you want to enter going long in a higher high, or do you want to enter in a long going in a higher low? Right, so it's the same thing. Right now we are technically, right now in this drawing, we're here, and price is just doing this. Right? So where's our entry? Where do we take this entry? We know that price is either going to pull back to give us a higher low to then go up, or again, price is consolidating, or price is going to break above, give us a retest, and then we're going to go up. Right? Now, do we always get a retest? No. So if today price just breaks and continues to go up and it doesn't give us an opportunity to enter, is like the analogy that I gave earlier, right? The bus showed up, but the tires were popped. So we declared it wasn't safe for us to get on the bus, and we let the bus go. We'll wait for the next one. Why is the bus driver driving a bus with broken tires? I don't know, man. I hope it makes sense though. So we'll just wait it out, guys. We got 20 minutes for the NYC Open. I'm just trying to make it make sense for everybody. You know what I mean? Cause I understand that, when you go on social media and you look at everybody who's trading online, right? You see, again, you see them taking trades every single day, right? And even though some of them are transparent and very transparent, and they show that, hey, look, today was a losing day, there's just something about us humans that, I feel like it's just the progress whether or not they're winning or losing is what they go for. I don't know how that I don't know how to make that make sense, right? Because it's like the adrenaline or the thrill of just seeing a trade go through, whether it's a winning or losing trade, right? And I feel like as traders, everybody is always talking about psychology, 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 right? But the way they show trading is just like that, where it's like it captures your attention to where it makes you feel like you need to be operating every single day, even though there isn't a trade for you every single day. Again, and that goes for how I trade, right? The way we show trading, right? Like, I don't trade every day again because I have a set of rules. So I'm trading, yeah, I'm trading candlesticks and I'm trading patterns and I'm trading market structure, right? Trends, consolidation. We're trading all that. But at the end of the day, too, when it comes down to clicking that button, whether you buy or sell, you have to go through a set of rules, right? Did that pair today, did it follow your rules? If it did follow your rules 100%, like 100%, and you lost a trade, all right, you back test, you figure it out. Why did I lose that trade? Let's try to not make that same mistake again, right? And then vice versa. If you followed your rules, you took the trade and you won the trade, you know why you won the trade, right? And then you rinse and repeat it. You follow the same set of rules every single day, and you win, you win, you win, you win. Right now, if you have rules, right? You have rules, and you lose, and you continue to lose, but then you win 2 more days, and you never figure out why you lost those 2 days, 2 days in a row, right? This is where people preach, oh, risk management, which, yes, it's cool to have risk management, right? But aside from risk management is the reasons as to why you're losing. And once you figure out the reasons as to why you're losing, your risk management just gets so much better. So you have to be able to see both sides of the story. If you can't see both sides of the puzzle, could you still be profitable? Yes, we see it. But is it going to be a lot more difficult? Yes. And again, that's just when I got into trading, the way I got introduced to trading was a way of freedom. So, yo, this is something you could do where if you're very good at it with 4 or 5 trades in a month, right? Maybe even less than that at some point, right? Because we know some people, right? I'm not going to name drop anymore, man. I've been name dropping a lot on these streams, right? But we know a lot of people that be making a lot of money just in 1, 2 trades. But their account size, right, and the knowledge and the skills they have is completely different, right? They're not trading $100,000 accounts anymore, right? So it's a different game. But that's where we need to get to, right? And I feel like everybody now is just trying to show people just they're trying to show people the basic things of basics without really teaching them the foundation of the reasons why the basics are what they are. Like, again, yes, you know what a double bottom is. You know that a double bottom means uptrend, right? So if you see that we're at a double bottom, oh my god, look, this is where price is going to retest to go up, right? But that's not entirely correct, right? The same reason why this double top, right? Why did this double top, right, break and retest to go down, right? This is where, like, oh shit, if you really start looking at the trends, right, you have another double bottom here, right? If we keep looking, we'll always see double bottoms, we'll always see double tops. And why is it that some of them work and some of them don't? That's where the question lies. What zone are you in? Are you trading in the correct zone? Are you counter trading? Are you with the trend or are you against the trend? Are you at the bottom of the zone or are you at the top of the zone? Are you trading within a lower low, lower high, higher high, higher low? So right now, right, again, what do we know? We know that price rejected these lows, started going up, and we know that we have a gap here at the top of the market. What do we also know? That we're still within lower low, lower high, and lower low. We know that this push to the top side could just be the pullback to make a lower high. And then this is where price is again gonna make up its mind on whether or not we're going to reject these highs to continue this downtrend push to cover these gaps here at the bottom of the market, right? Or this is where price is gonna break retest to continue the push to the top side to cover the imbalances that were made in the last 2 days, right? To give us a external lower high, right? To then go down. So this is the, again, since we're in the middle of that zone, we're in the middle of that decision making, is why I wouldn't take these double bottoms here in the middle of the zone, right? This is what we would call, again, a probability trade. Understanding that if we get into this trade, price could simply go back down, right? Or it could go up, right? Go do this, or it could just completely be the correct zone. I hope that makes sense. To be honest, don't follow any trading gurus, just meme pages. I don't. I follow some traders. Um, but I follow them now just to like stay in touch with what's going on. But it's also like there are a whole bunch of females in there, like figuratively. These guys be acting like always complaining with each other, always trying to show off to each other. Like, yo, I don't want to be that guy on stream because I don't want to get canceled. But like, brother, why you showing off to another man for? Like, why do you care so much about another guy? Like, what's going on? You like, are you okay, bro? I don't know. Look, I don't want to be that person. It is what it is. But that's why I there's on Instagram there's a whole like, bro, there's a handful of fucking gurus, quote unquote, that I can't fucking, dude. I can't. I I've tried to just stay, just so I know what's going on. But it's like, bro, these guys are fighting all day, every day. Same thing with the guys on Twitter, where like the Twitter guys who own all the prop firms. Ah, bro, I can't fucking take them serious either. They're always chirping at each other. Like, brother, you're all scamming. It's crazy how they're all fighting against each other, but they all have the same business plan. It's crazy to me. I'm like, yo, I don't get it. I don't understand, bro. All the prop firms on Twitter, and all of them, all of them. I don't care which one they are. All of them, they all chirp at each other, and they all have the same business plan. Make that make sense to me, bro, please. Like, you're both scamming. You're both using the same providers, the same brokers, but you're chirping. No, you're scamming more than me though, brother. You're both scamming. You said chill, dude. It's one of those mornings, man. It's one of those mornings. It's just funny, but we're also talking about the human population. Somebody on Twitter could just rename themselves Vice Trading, sell some fake product, and people would fall for it. This is why a lot of people get scammed out here. It's just, I don't know, people just don't think. I don't know. But again, once you realize that, brother, this is why I make fun of them a lot. It's like when you can see both sides of the story, you really start realizing, like, bro, why are these guys like? I bet nobody has said that before publicly, at least. I haven't. Somebody who says, "Oh, like, why are they both fighting? Like, they both are doing the same thing to their customers. It's just one is doing it more than the other, but they're both morally doing the same thing." It's crazy. But you know, it is a at the end of the day, it's like you get a group of lions, and there's only X amount of sheep, right? We'll use whatever lions eat, right? Whatever animals around. There's 20 lions and there's one zebra, right? Somebody has to be the leader of the game, and that's what these prop firms really are doing with each other. Who's who's the bigger lion? Who's gonna eat first, right? And then in hindsight, they figure out, oh shit, there was always enough for all of us to eat equally, right? But that's always in hindsight, and that's the problem with us as humans. There's always enough for everybody to eat, always. Yo, come on, we live on Earth. Yo, we all have enough to eat. The problem is that there's always the people who want more. They want more, and they take it all. So when you see life like that, and you start seeing how that connects to every single thing that we do, you just I gotta shut up, man. They're gonna come knocking on my door. Guys with suits. Say, hey, bruh, stop talking. Sorry. Anyway, we have 8 minutes left for these next 30-minute candles, so we're gonna be waiting for that. Again, US 30. We're just in the middle of that zone. Gold, we're just in the middle of the zone, so we're still waiting. Do we have any engulfing candles that we could be getting? Lower time frames? No. So same thing with US 30. Let me start deleting. I don't like having all of this on the screen. I'm sorry, guys. Nothing. US 30. Okay. Man, you saw what happened over there in Russia? That's another thing on Twitter that I can't get away from. That's why I also do not like opening Twitter. It's just so sad in there. These guy got caught. I'm pretty. They look like they got tortured already. Man, it's crazy. It's crazy what's going on, bro. For real. You got 4 minutes, man. I'm talking a lot. My mouth is dry. I gotta go get some water, but too close to comfort. I can't get out of my seat now. We got 4 minutes. I'll be right back. Alright, we made it. See, if you're trading higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, boom, right before 9:30, swipe you out right out of the trade. Right? If you don't know what a real engulfing candle, boom, swiped you right out of the trade. Right? 9:30 hits, goes into profit again. Right? Oh shit! I thought price was, price is going back up. Let's get back in. We're gonna miss the trade. Boom, turns red. Right? If you have a tight stop loss, it probably hit it again. Goes green again. This is why we wait 15 minutes after the NYC open, especially when there's no news. And again, in the middle of a zone, we chill out. Gold, what did it do? Here in the 1 minute, we have a red, could be an engulfing candle. Again, let's look. We're in the middle of that zone. Wouldn't be a clean engulfing because we're still in the middle in the 30-minute. I don't like that. Could be a fake out. Here in the 5-minute, we have a red green as well. So in the 1 minute, we have a strong green engulfing, right, in that 1 minute zone. Gold, I want to take a look at in the 30-minute. I'm not gonna get into a trade in the 1 minute on gold. Not where we're at in the zone. Same thing for 30-minute. For US 30, we're gonna wait a few minutes here. Let price make a decision where it wants to go. We'll let wicks be created and then we'll trade right after. Alright, I'm back. So we got a 5 minute engulfing, right? That 1 minute engulfing, we didn't get a retest on it, right? And we're at the top of the zone again. Cool. Right, so 1 minute we're still making higher highs, higher lows. 30 minute we're still here testing these highs. So I want to get in on a 30 minute push. I don't want to get in on just a 1 minute push. If this 30 minutes engulfing, it'd be a 30 minute engulfing at the top of the zone as well. Where's our TP at? 188, right up top. It's not that. We would have a 49 pip. We have a 50 pip. 50 pip TP with a 50. Yeah, it'll be a 1-to-1. 50 pip TP for a 50 pip stop loss. We'll see. We'll get a better stop loss though. We'll give it a few more minutes, right? US 30, you can still see how price is still wicking the tops and the bottoms and the tops and the bottoms. So we'll let price again make a decision, and then we'll get in on the trade wherever it wants to go today. If we have an opportunity to enter, we'll enter. If not, we'll let it go. Alright, let's take a look again at the 1 minute time frame. 1 minute. Gold's still sitting at the top. Got 4 minutes for this next 15-minute candle. Should be interesting. 9:45 is where some of the volume comes in as well. Again, especially on these where there's no news, right? On regular days, US 30 has volume 9:30, 9:45, and 10 o'clock. Those first 30 minutes after the NYC open, that's when you're going to see a lot of the volume come in. This is why they say in order to trade US 30, you gotta graduate to US 30. And how do you graduate? Chart vision, chart work, every single day, fucking, and endless hours. That was loud. Sorry. So here in the 5 minute, what could we see about structure, right? So we're doing this in the 1 minute. 1 minute will be the exact same, but we'll keep it in the 5 minutes. 5 minute structure is a little bit cleaner, right? Since US 30 is a big pair, right? Again, we had lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. What we could see now, lower low, right? The first candle is testing. The next candle has to break below and cannot be touching the zone, right? So in this case right now, we're still testing the zone. Could this still be the sweep of the lows? Still go back up? It could be, right? At this point, we can still see we have clean traffic on the left hand side. So we really have no place where we have no support until we get to these lows down here, right? So what does that mean? That right now price could be creating its own support in a lower time frame and still be faking us out, right? To do this and go back up, right? So that's why we still just need to be patient. And again, today, if we don't have a clean opportunity to enter a trade before 10:30, it's all good. We'll come back. We'll come back later tonight. Get ready for tomorrow morning, right? If it doesn't give us the opportunity to enter, we're not gonna chase the trade. We're just gonna let it go. Again, right now we have no confirmation. We have no engulfing candles. We have no support zones. There's really nothing except for trending, right? For market structure, that's gonna help us get into a trade. Right, that's for US 30, and for gold, same thing. Right, at this point, I'm pretty sure TP was already hit as well. STP for the day, 188. Let's see. Not yet. We're 100 pips off. 178. But again, we rejected the highs. Price is still within this consolidation right here. Right, so again, that's why these trades are not valid, right? I'm not looking for just a 1 minute 10 pip push, right? I'm trading gold, right? I'm trading gold. I'm trying to go for 70, 80, 90, 100 pips, right? I'm trying to go for STP at 188 pips, and I know that this entry is not going to give me 188 pips. I know it's not going to get me to where I need to get to when it comes to STP. So that's why I wait for those confirmations. Right, US 30 went right back to the zone, so we're still testing, still giving us test candles at this point in the 1 minute time frame. Lower low, lower high, lower low, high, low, high, change of character, lower low again, right? So we'll see. Ooh, brother, ooh.
Alright, so we're still no valid engulfing, so we're all good. So remember, we still have this gap here at the top. We have these gaps at the bottom too. So let's see where price wants to fill first. Again, we're still in the middle of that trend, so I'm not comfortable taking a position going short just yet. Right? We're still testing the zone. There's still no valid confirmation of a break of structure. So because of that, I'm still not comfortable taking this trade going short still. Gold is still at the top, still in the same spot. screen doesn't have a bottom wick. Not a valid engulfing, guys. Alright, 10:15. That's it for me today, guys. We're gonna just let the markets move. It is what it is, right? Understanding we have a gap here at the top, right? And we have gaps at the bottom. We'll just let the markets move, right? So US 30 will save this. We'll be back tonight. Looking at this later tonight. And then gold, right? Gold hit STP already, still at the top. We're still waiting for a clean break of structure of the zone. So once we get that, we'll know that price is gonna want to start going back up. So again, we understand that if we zoom out, we were in higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high until price gave us these lows down here, gave us lower low, right? Then price gave us again higher high, right? So we know that we're trading between this low and this high, understanding that we had to retest here. This is where the pullback going short, right? This could be the pullback to retest, and now we're looking for price to give us a confirmation for us to continue to get these trades going long to the top. So we'll let the price do what it has to do today, and then we'll start looking for trades again, going in for the rest of the week, starting tomorrow. So hope you guys have a great rest of your day. We'll see you guys later tonight, 7 p.m. Peace out.